Carson Wentz and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Cam Newton and the Buffalo Bills.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They're led out by their big-bodied electric quarterback, Cam Newton.
And he is hot, hot, hot. Yeah, okay, so there's a blemish in there, right? He did throw away. Okay, that's the offset you want.
I say bench him, 5 touchdowns.
Tough, Coach. I thought the ratio was if you got to 3-to-1, your quarterback was operating at peak efficiency. 5-to-1.
And a win.
And a win? Yeah, just let him keep throwing it.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton, he lets it fly for Lockett. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play here for Buffalo. Typically with catches like that, we talk about the height of the wide receiver, but he's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL.
And it doesn't seem to matter, does it? Put the tape measure away. How about some of these guys under 6 feet tall? Antonio Brown, T.Y. Hilton, and Super Bowl 53 MVP, Julian Edelman.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers. There's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Almost feel sorry for the kicker here because you know he wants to go out there and contribute, but they keep saying stay on the bench. Leave more of my guys with the football than sending you out there to kick it.
Well, he went in, and he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here. They held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
No,
right?
2 touchdown passes
Two
last
touchdown
week.
passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Wentz going to throw. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And oh, he coughed it up. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From the end zone, it's Dearness Johnson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players better system so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Newton. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And he's got his man here, Beasley. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the 1st down if they get a yard, and the ball gets, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the 2nd one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down. Wentz going to try and run again. Runs through the contact. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 38-yard line. A big pickup there on the run. So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Throwing is Wentz. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Now the Ravens bring out the field goal unit here. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the deficit drops now from 21. Down to 18. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Newton. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down inside the 30. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 54 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. From the red zone now, Newton. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. Oh, nice move. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills will extend their lead here just before halftime. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter, and they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was.
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run with McCaffrey off the option. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. This will be taken at the 10. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Being chased out left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. They snap it to Newton. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And way up past the 35 before holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. To throw on 2nd and 6, Newton. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Newton. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. Forced out to his left. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bills continue to pour it on. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead will swell by one more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On play action, Wentz. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's McCaffrey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw there taken in by Smith. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on first is Wentz. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Into the red zone. Wentz. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And that is incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year. The best.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Wentz now on first down. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he will have a Ravens first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now Wentz. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And his kick here is good. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Newton's going to throw it. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. On fourth down, Newton. He hits his target, Lockett. The 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Extra point now by Boswell. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that